Following is a conversation between His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and 7 government ministers, recorded on August 22nd, 1976, in Hyderabad, India.
Our subject matter of Krishna consciousness movement is that systematize the progress of human society should be systematized according to Shastra. Just like your government, it is conducted under certain rules and regulations. You have to refer to the government regulated principles and expert government officers they have selected. Formerly it was ICS, now it is IAS. That means referring to the authorities. Similarly, there are authorities which are called Shastra. Shasdhatu means to rule. From Shasdhatu, Shastra and Shastra. Shastra means weapon. If we do not act according to the Shastra, then there is Shastra. Shastra is government. If you violate the rules of the government, then there is police department, there is military department, which will force you to accept the government regulation. And from the same Shasdhatu is Shishya, one who voluntarily accepts the discipline. Yashastra vidhimuttritya vattate kamaka na siddhim savabnati na sukham na parang. The aim of human life is parangati. Parangati means the supreme perfection. Gati means progress. And param means the supreme. Our life is progressing. By evolution, we have come to this human form of life through many forms of life. Jalajanam lakhani, sthavara lakhavinsati, kirvayo ruddha samskata, pakshinam dasalakshanam, like that. In the beginning there was water, so the living entities were aquatics. Then, as the land came out, sthavara, then plants, creepers, trees. So we have to pass through 9 lakh species of life in the water. Then trees, plants, 2 millions, 20 lakhs. In this way, there are 8,400,000 species of life, and when you come to the human form of life, Bahulam Jarvana Ante, we get this form of life. Now we have to select Paragati or Adhogati. If we are given the chance of human form of life, the further advancement. That is also stated in the Bhagavad-gita. Janti deva vrata devan, pitrim janti pitri vrata, bhute janti mat jarino pi janti ma. So, if you worship the demigods, Indra, Chandra, Varun, Janti Deva, Vrata, Devan, then you can go to the higher planetary system. They are trying to go to the moon planet. In that way it is not possible. You have to be qualified to go there, not by machine, by force you can go there. That is not possible. Janti Deva, Vrata Deva. So, and also you can go Mat Jajino Pi Janti Ma. You can go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we have to make choice in this human form of life. Actually, the aim should be to go back home, back to Godhead. Jadgatyana nivattante tadhyavam paramam mama. Abrahma bhuvanan lokan punaravatti navanti. Otherwise, within this material world, even if you go to the higher planetary system, then punaravatti, you have to come back again. So now, the human form of life should be properly utilized. If we think that this life is everything, that is wrong conception of life. Krishna says in the Bhagavad-gita, Tatha Dehantara Prapti. You have to change this world. Transmigration of the soul. So by transmigration of the soul, we have got this human form of life. If we properly utilize it, then we can make further progress. And if we do not, if we keep ourselves as animals, then we degrade. Adho gachanti tamasa. Urdham gachanti sattva mukte tishtanti rajasa. Jaganna gunavittisya adho gachanti tamasa. So nature's law is there. Prakitakti gunai karmani sarvasa. We are not independent. We are dependent under the laws of material nature. So we should properly utilize this human form of life. And government or king means to guide the citizens how to make progress of life. That is the duty of the government. They should be given all chances to make progress. Ordinarily, all the kings are responsible for the progress of the citizens, progress of life. The same principle should be followed. That is the statement of the Shastra. The Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, to maintain the body, just like we require the head, the arms, the belly and the legs. Similarly, we must maintain the brain of the society, the Brahmana, and the arms of the society, Kshatriyas, and the belly of the society, the Vaishyas, and the legs of the society, the Shudra. Everything is required. Not that simply brain is required and leg is not required. No, everything is required under proper guidance for the total benefit of the society. So, direction is there. That is Shastra. The Shastra is used. If we do not care for the Shastra, whimsically manufacture our own ways of life, lost the dreams of God, it will never be successful. Not Sukham, and there will be no happiness. Not Parad. Therefore, the whole process is Jagyartha karma. Jagyartha karma matra lokayam karma bandhana. Jagyartha, Jagya means the Supreme Lord, Vishnu. Jagya means Jagyasistashino santam uchante sarvati. After performing Jagya, if we enjoy life, then there is no sinful reaction. Otherwise, bhunjante te agham papam dekapchanti ampakara. So all directions are there in the Shastra, and the essence of all Vedic literature is Bhagavad-gita. At the present moment, our this Krishna consciousness movement is that it doesn't matter what kind of state it is, but it should follow the principle of Jagya. Jagyarthe karma. Otherwise, we shall be responsible. Just like, for example, a military man, what is his business? His business is killing. So, by the government order, he is killing, and the more number of enemies he kills, he gets medal, reward. But the same man, if he kills one man, he will be hanged for his own sensitivity. He cannot argue that in the military camp I have killed so many men and I was rewarded. And now I have killed one man and I am going to be hanged. Why? The question may be raised. No policeman will raise the question. That means that killing is under the superior order. And this killing is for your self-gratification. See, if we do anything for our self-gratification, then it will be Tevaya Sauchyate, is punishable. But if we execute the supreme order, then you are rewarded. The same action. We are requesting, therefore, everywhere, not only in India, all over the world, that act according to the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And gradually, they are accepting the principle. So why not in India? In India, the Bhagavad-gita was spoken in India. Still, in India, there are many devotees, many Krishna conscious persons, especially in this province. You are very great devotees of Balaji. Balaji is Krishna, Bala Krsna. So, I wish that the government may be conducted under the guide of Balaji or Krishna. That is my wish. And the codes and the orders and the rules and regulations, they are all stated in the Bhagavad-gita. So if you follow the instruction of Bhagavad-gita and we accept consciously or unconsciously, that is our Indian culture, Vedic culture. Still, hundreds of thousands of people go to see Balaji and they contribute their hard-earned money for worshipping the Lord. This is the principle. Yajnarthi karmannatra loka anomanna. I have seen in Balaji temple, mostly cultivators, they come stand whole day there just to offer something. Yajnarthi, for the satisfaction of the Lord. It's a great culture. Yajnarthi karma. So, karma, ordinary creative activities should be carried on for Jaggat, for the satisfaction of Balaji or Krishna. Not otherwise. The same what is gathered as contribution, it should be utilized for Jaggat. Because the money is given for Jaggat, not for other purposes. That is a fact. Of course, the money is there. The innocent villagers, they have given the money in good faith. That Krishna and Balaji will accept it and their hard work will be successful. Yajnarthi karma. Now, that money should be properly utilized for Jaggat. Actually, everything belongs to God, Balaji. Isavasaminam sarvam. We are claiming unnecessarily, this is mine. That is called Maya. Nothing belongs to us. Everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. But we have claimed the Lord's property as our own. That is misgiving. Therefore, Jagga is recommended. Return to the Supreme. Voluntary. That is called वर्णाश्रमाचार होता पुरुष ही न फरक हुआ विष्णु आराधते पुंसांग नन्नत तत्वोष कारण the varnashram dharma, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, this is planned just to teach the whole society how to perform yoga. Varnashramachara. Therefore, this is the beginning of human civilization. Varnashram. How to return back. Just like Bali Maharaj achieved, obtained throughout the universe all the property, and he again returned to power. That was the success of life. So, this Krishna consciousness movement is an educational movement to teach people how one should voluntarily return the property of the Lord to the Lord. That is called Jagga. Yajnarthi karma. So people actually suffering. Not only this material life means suffering. We may say that we are very happy, but that is not a fact. Kitab, 3 kinds of miserable condition of life are there always. Adhyarthi, adhibhoti, adhidevi. But we are accustomed to suffering and we say suffering is happy. That is called Maya. Actually, material life is this body. As soon as we get this body, it means suffering. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma jadindriya pritaya prinoti nasad manne jato atmanoyam asannati klesada asadita. Klesa. Material body means klesa, suffer. Why are you using this fan? Because without fan, the body will be in pain. Painful condition. So we are adjusting, trying to counteract. But the position is misery. That's the whole plan of Vedic civilization, how to avoid this material body. That is called moksha. That is the plan. So Rishabdev, he is advising that nunam pramatta kurute vikarma. People have become mad and they are doing everything which is not sanctioned by the Shastra. Pramatta. Pramatta means mad. And why they have become mad? Indriya pritaya, for sense gratification. There is no big hope. It is simply sense gratification. Sense gratification is there, even in the animal life. So, human life is not meant for sense gratification. That is also said in the Shastra. Nayana deha deho bhajana niloke kastana kaman arhati bujhani tapo dibbang putraka jena suddhed satya jena brahmanandam anantam. So the human life is meant for tapasya, not for sense gratification. Sense gratification, the facility is there even in the hogs and dogs' life. So, the human life is meant for Jagga. We have got this chance, and especially in your province, there is a Balaji, and Balaji has got sufficient income. That income should be utilized for satisfaction of Balaji, not other. That is our request. People are suffering for want of God consciousness, so everything should be spent on spreading God consciousness all over the world. At least people are contributing to Balaji, so whatever Balaji's property is there, that should be utilized for Balaji's mission. Balaji's mission is, that is stated in the Bhagavad-gita, Jaimam paramam guhyamad bhakti sovidhasyati nachatasmat manusyeshu kaschit niyatita. Is imam guhyam, this confidential knowledge of Bhagavad-gita should be spread all over the world. People are suffering. And that is the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He advises that Hamar Agnay Guru Hariya Taro Ek Desh Jare Jako Tare Kaha Krishna Upo. It will be glory of India if we preach the message of Krishna, Bhagavad-gita, we are accepting, and I wish that the Balaji's estate, Balaji's money should be spent for spreading Krishna consciousness, not for any other purpose. That is my message. Please. Your question is?
Yes, Varnashrama I want to do. Swamiji.
Yes. Varnashrama चारों बताओ. The Varna and Ashram I have already explained. Just like for maintenance of the whole body, there are different parts. The brain, the arm, the belly, and the leg. Similarly, Varnashram means the head, Brahmana, the arms, Kshatriya, the belly, Vaishya, and the leg, Shudra. So, by nature, these divisions are there. Varna, 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas. 4 Varnas means social division, and 4 Ashramas, spiritual division. So apart from spiritual division, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Bala Krsna, and Sannyas, the social division must be observed. The brain must be there. Brahman. Everything must be there. Not only the brain, the arms also required. Military department or Kshatriya department. Yuddheta Palayana. The Kshatriyas are so brave that they will go away from fighting, battlefield. This guy Arjuna was trying to become non-violent. Immediately Krishna chastised him. Utasya kasvanamidam visaming samupatti anadya dushtam akirtikaram. But everything is required. It is not that everyone should become Brahmana. Neither it is possible that everyone should be able to become Brahmana. It is not so easy. But a class of Brahmana must be maintained. A class of Brahmana must be there as ideal to consult with them. Similarly, a class of Kshatriya must be there, a class of Vaishya must be there. This is called Varnashram, or a peaceful execution of material life. These things are required. Division. Just like in your government, you have got some different ministerial department. You have introduced this minister is for this department, this thing. Similarly, the brain department must be there. Without brain, even suppose a madman, he has got his hands and legs, but it is useless because the brain is lost. The brain must be there. So, this Varnashram, revival of Varnashram is required. A class of men, Brahmana, Sattva, Sama, Dama, Titikha, Ajava, Jnanam, Vidyanam, Astityam, Brahma. As a different educational system, there must be an educational institute where these things are taught. How to become truthful, how to become self-control, how to become full in knowledge, how to become full believer in Supreme Personality of Godhead, Astikam. In this way, as there is necessity of engineer, as there is necessity of medical man, as there is necessity of so many other departmental things, similarly, a department of Brahmana, a department of Kshatriya, that education must be. But in this age, because nobody is interested, so everyone is Shudra. Kalav Shudra Sambhava. Parichajyatmakam karyam Sudra karma svabhav. Everyone all over the world, they are being educated to seek after some good service. Parichajya, he must have a good master, then his education will be. He cannot act independently. So therefore, in the Shastra it is said that everyone is anxious to get a good job. Therefore, Kalau Sudra Sambhava. In this says, almost everyone is Sudra. So, if Sudras are there only, if there is no Brahmana, no Kshatriya, no Vaishya, that society will not prosper very much. If we accept the injunction of the Shastra, the Shastra Vidhi Siddha Vartate. So these Brahmana or Kshatriya, Vaishya, it is not by birth, it is by qualification. Guna Dharma Vibhav. Guna. One must acquire the quality of Brahmana and he must act as a Brahmana. Then he is Brahmana. Guna Dharma Vibhav. Even in Sudra family, if one is born Sudra, but he has attained the quality of a Brahmana, he must be accepted as Brahmana. That is the Shastra injunction. Jasya jat lakshanam proktam varnabhimanjakam jadi annatrapi visheta tattenaiva vinidvisheta. Jadi annatra, if the quality of Brahmana is found in a person who is born in a Sudra family, he should be accepted as Brahmana. Similarly, if the quality of Brahmana is found in Sudra, or the Sudra quality found in Brahmana, I mean it is a birth by caste, as it is going on now. So, Narad Muni has said, this is a statement from Narad Muni, most, the greatest authority. Jadi annatra vidisheta tattenaiva vidisheta. So, birth is not the final thing. If one is born in a Brahmin family or Kshatriya family, he has got the facility to become quickly a Brahmana. But if he has no quality, if he does not practice, then he is not to be accepted as Brahmana. He may be a son of a High Court judge, but unless you have got the quality of High Court judge, it is not that because you are born of High Court judge you become High Court judge. That is not the quality. So therefore I say that there must be educational institution for training Brahmana, Kshatriya especially. And Vaishyas, they do not require any academical career. Krishi Goraksha Vahanijam Vaishya Karma Sabhavan. They can learn simply by associating with another Vaishya. But Brahmana especially require education. They do Pathan, Patan, Jagan, Jagan, Lana, Pratingraha. Kshatriya also require education. Others, they may not require education, practical training. These things should be introduced. Then human society will be perfect. Not by birth, but by quality, by education, by training, but that is possible. So your answer?
An institution for training this. Music,
yeah. I have got so many ideas.
In Hyderabad.
Okay. Very good.